Good morning. Welcome. Hey there, Paul. Good morning, everybody. Paul, good to see you. Green, welcome back. And Kwang is here. Good morning. Ron, good to see you guys. How is everybody? Or good evening for some of you, maybe. Look at this. What an interesting equal highs here. This is at 100 and this is also at 100. What a coincidence. How's everybody doing? Shenanigan, hello. Good morning. Good evening, Ollie. Good to see you. Hey, thank you so much for the support, Ollie. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, man. Curry Fishball. Hey. Ebo Munich, good morning. Yeah, let's check on the mini. Let's see, the high here is at 100. And also, perfectly equal on the mini as well. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I thought that this one wants to break this high here, to be honest. Perfectly equal highs. I gotta be careful with this. If this is so precisely equal, it might just go down and sweep some orders. So just gotta be careful with this. We're gonna outline some levels here. Obviously, we do have an Asia low down there, but are we gonna try once more to break that high? We'll see. In the meantime, that's an Asia low. And it seems like price wants to push it. One more time, look at that. Price wants to make a run for it. Abhishek, hello. Good morning. And Marco. Abhishek, good to see you. CSHT, hello. Good morning. Jerry, hey, got the long pop. Nice, good move, good job. Yeah, I was checking the news. I wasn't seeing anything special. I don't know. I took the long to previous day high. Nice. Mick, hello. Farming fields and some other works for 2 weeks. Wow. Hey, no problem, Abhishek. Absolutely no problem. And I know when that time of the year comes, you got to do that. And by the way, that is awesome. I know it's hard work. It could be hard work for do the farming, but but you know, a man's job. It has to do. You have to do the man's job. You know. I was doing farming myself. Back home while I was living in our family house in a different town. We were having a farm with greenhouses. We were producing paprika and lettuce. Just saying. We were producing paprika and lettuce and other sorts of vegetables that we were selling in the farmers market. So I exactly know what the farmer's life is. And we were also well, that was a real long time ago when we were having some animals like you know, just the usual like pigs and chickens and all that such. How you doing, Larry? So that's why I always say, I came from a village, I will never forget my roots. And how hard it is sometimes. Good morning, Jan. Okay. So far, we're still at 100. Very interesting. This just couldn't pop the 100 here. Very interesting level. Well, nobody really knew that this move is gonna happen. Now it's just trying to break through that 100 level. Yeah, exactly. Rudy J, exactly. Marco, good morning. Lab, hello. It should be popping that, right? I have no position on, but anyway. What's on the left? Farhad, hey Farhad, good morning. How you doing, man? All right, let's see. Yeah, I mean, if it sweeps that level, there's one more thing here. There is a for the 5K. Oh yeah, we reached that 5K. I'm so super happy, and obviously, obviously it has to do. Now we broke that. It has to do with the with MyFundedTV. I see more names from MyFundedTV, which I'm super glad and happy and grateful for. All of you guys who are here from MyFundedTV and found the channel, and also for Abhishek as well. He was posting my channel's link during the MyFundedTV section, so thank you. Equal high at 181. Oh yeah, we have another one up there. And now this is a 15-minute CB right here. So it might just pop there. It's actually not far. It's like 15 points away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Exactly, Jan. Oh, thank you so much, Rudy J. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. And everybody. Oh, wow, look at this. It's just popping into that CB now. What is going on? Some news is hitting the market, or I don't know. I don't know. Thank you again for the support. And thank you, Abhishek. Why MSMP are not at previous day high? I think NQ going higher. Yeah, look at that. NQ just popped into that gap. Now don't chase it and don't feel the FOMO about this. I mean, it happens. We all know that. It's part of the game. But really, after this, I just don't see where it can go. I mean, obviously it can break through this 15-minute CB, but where? What's on the 1 hour? Nothing. I don't see anything up there. The only thing is the new historical high again, but that's all. So no, I know it feels like that, Kwang. I feel that too, because I sat down to the computer about like 40 minutes ago, and I started to see this move. Like, what is going on? It should be moving higher. I was a little bit tempted to jump in, but I was like, nah, it could be just a fake move, so I didn't. And I know how it feels like. British news. Yeah, there shouldn't be affected. That shouldn't be affecting NQ like this. Yoshi knew this list yesterday. Unemployment rate. Let's check it. GU. Oh man, I never really traded GU, but we can. I mean, I traded years ago. Well, I guess it's hard to say. Swept this low. That was from yesterday, right? This big wick, big candle. Well, it doesn't look that good. I don't see any. Oh, there's a nice zone. Nice one. So if I have a target like this, I mean, it's not an A++ zone, but, you know, on the 5 minute, it looks okay. So if it starts to move into this direction with the usual displacement and shift, maybe I would go for a long position. But obviously this is just a very, very simple gut feeling thing. But otherwise, I haven't really looked at GU since years ago. You know. Yeah, Yonix, good morning. TSMC. Zacromancer, hello. Malo, what's happening? Gains day earlier was trading, put up. Jesus, Malo. We really need to talk about this because that amount of money you're printing day to day. I mean, obviously, you have. I would be curious. What's your trigger? When is that exact point? I mean, what is that thing that triggers you to enter the market? Obviously, you have a goal, you have a target. That's cool. Everybody has to have a target when you go into the action. But what makes you to pull the trigger? You just wait for the push, or there's a specific candle or entry model or something. We need to talk about that. Malo, you're just printing money. Semiconductor 60% surge in earnings. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would be specifically curious about the entry, how you decide to enter, and obviously the position size, because that's so cool. I'm always printing money every day. Printing it. Oh, that is awesome, man. Thank you so much, Malu. Separate for Forex trades. Hey. So 15-minute CB is here. Smells like a fake out maybe. But anyway, it took liquidity from this 15-minute gap. So D-Pain, good morning. Good morning, D-Pain. So if it picks this liquidity, but what's on the downside? If it's shifting to the downside, what is down there? There is one thing. It's not a super strong one, but actually two things. 5-minute zone here at 88 and another zone at 48. Now these are not super significant, not just because, I mean, not all that bad. I'm just gonna put this here. The block opening up this candle is 88.50, so that's one, and there's another one down there. Opening up this candle is 47.75. That's cool. Connor Humphreys, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Actually, there's multiple levels. No. Just these two. So, is this gonna shift down? And this is on the 5-minute. 5-minute bullish order block here. Five-minute bullish order block here. Sapham, hello. Which course to buy? I have no direction here. And I don't have a course right now. Oh, nice, Malo. Thank you. That is awesome. Hey, you don't have to be a chart guru. But yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Malo. I'm definitely going to study Nice. Good levels there. Beautiful trades, man. Uh-huh. I see. Okay. I'm gonna study that. Nikolai, hello. Killer Muffin. Not just Nasdaq. I also like gold. So, for example, here I'm gonna put a simple draft here on the charts. I like to trade gold, but I would say 90% Nasdaq, 10% gold. I'm trying to pick up gold as well in the past couple of months, and like, why not? Especially at those days when NQ is just not doing anything. Gold can be actually a good scenario to go with, especially in London. Okay, so that's gold. Oh, it seems like we're going lower. Do I have anything here? There is a level down there at 34, I think. It's quite close, because if you look at this level on gold, and this was right around yesterday's New York AM session. So I would say this zone here still quite valid. If I put this here, opening of this candle is 33.6, and that would make a possible 15-minute order block down there. 15-minute bullish order block or demand zone. Okay, let's give it a different color. So that's something I see on gold. We'll see what happens. NQ still grinding up here. I think it just might want to bust through that level. But we'll see. We shall see. Theo, good morning. Small gap on NQ. Yeah. Maybe it will reverse vibes. Part of me is like, reset. Pro, then my other part is like, no cheating. Exactly, no cheating. You gotta go through with this. You gotta go through with the account. Can't you? Good morning. NQ, yeah. If it makes it a nice shift, then why not? You know. Karsten, hey, good morning. Do you know which prop firm Malo is using? I'm not sure. I think he's using Take Profit Trader. That's for sure. And MyFundedFutures too. I know he was making awesome profits on Take Profit Trader for once or twice or a couple of times. I know that. And some other prop firms too. But I clearly remember Take Profit Trader. Yeah, I don't know, Vibes. It's kind of crazy here. No, actually, so yesterday the main thing was that Trump wants to fire Powell. And that's why the market was a little bit like doing all kind of stuff. And also, as I understand, there was a bombing in the Middle East. Israel bombed. Oh, I don't even know which city was it. But I don't know if that was this move here. I'm not sure. Oh, you did. Nice, Dexter. Yeah, we'll see how it reacts on that zone. I'm kind of curious myself as well. So that zone starts at 33.6. I'm also curious. So there's also a 5-minute level. I totally forgot. There's a 5-minute zone too at 35.3. Let me check this again. 35.3. And that's a 5-minute order block. Look at that. It's actually beautiful. 35.3. We'll see the reaction, I guess. And that's a 5-minute. 5-minute bullish order block here on gold. Interesting. Now 2 order blocks almost at the same area. That must mean something. I guess. Damascus, yeah. Damascus. Yeah. So I don't know if it had to do something with it. I'm not even sure. Could be best DJ in town. Could be. Tested the waters. How the market would react. Yeah, they saw what happened, and I think so too. Somebody just whispered to Trump, like Mr. President, I think you should just say something the opposite way, because the market maybe starts to crash or something. Yeah. $35.2. Yeah. I'm looking at the 5-minute on this zone. So I'm looking at the opening of the candle, which is at 35.3 on trading view. On trading view, but well, we'll see, I guess. It's getting closer. We'll see the reaction. And there's 2 zones, so that's why it makes it interesting. So is it going to bounce from the first one? Is it even going to reach that, or is it going to spike down to the other one? But again, it's a good you know, observation here, just to see what price does. Is look at that. It's now bouncing. It's not ready yet. I'm always amazed how price is reacting around these zones and order blocks. And that's why I have a conviction for these levels. Like either to just have the market bounce off from these levels, or use it as potential targets. Now, for example, I was also testing out a strategy months ago. Basically almost the same that I do now. If I don't want to wait for a classic ICT entry, I can just enter with a very simple engulfing candle pattern. Like for example, I have 2 of these here. Let me zoom in for you guys. I can show you. We have 2 of these candles here on this chart. I guess you guys can see it. One is here and one is here. So that's also very interesting, because there is something in the candlestick patterns as well, in my opinion. And so I was just looking for these patterns near to an order block or supply or demand zone. And it seemed like to me that these candle formations are very strong. So engulfing candles close to or in the proximity of a good and valid order block are actually not bad. There's a good indication that the market really wants to push it down there. You know, quite interesting, I must say. So that's why I'm also interested. How is the market going to react? Is it even going to reach there? I think it should sooner or later. So there's a firm I heard of, Alpha Futures, 15K cap, 5-day. I don't know if, I mean, I heard the name, but I don't know about their rules currently. So I heard the name. Good morning. Bulenox offers Project X platform, but I can't see the login details in my member area. Do you know if Project X is only available for new? I mean, if you already had a for example, a Rhythmic account or something, obviously you need to purchase a brand new one. I don't really understand the question totally, but I think the login credentials for the Project X platform are your Bulenox login credentials. So you have to use the same username and password that you use on their website. I think that's how Project X is working. But I'm only trading Project X with TRADEDAY right now. And that's how they do it on TRADEDAY. So I guess it's better to ask support about that. And by the way, just saying that so far, trading through Quantower on the Project X connection, I haven't seen, I mean, any huge negative effects so far. Yes, I've seen some lag. I've seen some delay in execution when the market was moving crazy. So when there was some news or at the market open, I've seen some delays or being a little bit slow, but not slower than Rhythmic was slow on specific months or sometimes last year or this year. So far, I'm not saying it's all good for scalping like for 1 or 2 points, but I have no issue right now with TRADEDAY's Project X. Now, at Bulenox, I don't know. I haven't tried it at Bulenox yet. But again, I'm trading through Quantower, so I'm not using their web platform. But so far, so good. Nothing really special going on with Project X on my end. So it's good. It's good. Pinon Mendez, good morning. Yeah, Vibes. By the way, Vibes, I have decided that just for curiosity, I'm gonna look into Bookmap, not because I want to build a strategy or modify anything on my strategy, but I'm gonna look into Bookmap just out of curiosity. Because I do sometimes some scalping, so I wonder if it can help my scalping skills because I'm terrible in scalping. If I would look into Bookmap, you know, if there's a strong level near, then I would see those orders. Maybe that would give me some extra conviction in my scalp trades. So I might look into that. No strategy at all. I just want to see the orders of what's happening. Works like a charm. Nice. Reza is here. Reza. Hey. My man. My friend. What's happening? Good to see you, man. Hey, I hope trading, you know, slowly progressing on your end and doing better. All is good. Oh yeah, let me check NQ. Oh wow, we're digging into that CB up there. So no trade on on NQ so far. Nothing I can go with. What is the Tick Alpha? What's a Tick Alpha came out with a great new account? I don't even know. TickTickTrader is doing so many modifications right now, if that's what you're referring to, Dexter. Like all these prop firms, TickTickTrader, TRADEDAY, I need to restudy all the new account types and all these new features, because, and also they are changing rules every other month. So I need to study that. Trade market was crazy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, you're saying the, yeah, that what we're having in April. Yeah, one candle, 300 points. I remember that. Yeah. So TradingView, I tried it. I gave it a fair chance. I still should be activating. I have a FundedNext Futures TradingView funded account that I haven't even activated. My opinion, I don't think that TradingView is user friendly. Like, where's the trade window? I don't even know where's the trade window. Anyway, oh, here it is. Now this, it's not user friendly for me. I just don't like this. You have the market and the limit order stuff. I'm not sure. But that's not just it. The problem is the lag. There is definitely, I feel there's more lag on TradingView's market execution than in Project X. I think, I don't know, but there's definitely a lot. Specifically, if you're scalping. For scalping, I strongly advise everybody, do not use TradingView for scalping. It's gonna lag. It's gonna slip you like crazy. The slippage is going to be on NQ. It's going to be, even in slow markets, it's going to be like 1 or 2 points on TradingView. So yeah, I just hit the 10K. Yeah, Jerry. So to be honest, Jerry, and to be honest, I'm trading with them since last year, early last year. And I told you guys, since I'm being consistent on payouts, was last year summer, from July. And so last year I took like a few payouts, like 3 or 4 payouts from MyFundedFutures, like $1,200 here, $1,200 there. But I was obviously focusing on other prop firms too. I think I just hit the 10K marker. To be honest, I mean, I was pushing MyFundedFutures, but not that strong as I was pushing other prop firms. So I got pretty much carried away last year by Apex and Bulenox, especially by the end of the year. I was most likely pushing Apex, Bulenox, and then I got into Take Profit Trader after the new year even more. So my focus was shifting most likely to these other prop firms, and that's why I was not so much active on MyFundedFutures. I was always having an eval or a starter account that I was building, but you know, but now that I'm very grateful and blessed to be at MyFunded TV, obviously I'll do my best to get to the live account, because I feel like that's not just a challenge I need to do, but I really need to prove myself that actually I can get to those levels. And I think I'm just going to go with the expert accounts next time. I still have a funded account with MyFundedFutures, the Starter Plus, but I think I might just go with an expert account, you know, to build it a little bit faster. So, for example, just, you know, to give you some numbers, just a rough estimate, I'm just hitting the 10K payouts on MyFundedFutures because I was trading the smallest starter accounts, the 50K starter, and there's a $1,200 cap. Now, alone in this month, I've already took out almost $5,000 from Take Profit Trader. Okay, last month I took out $5,200 from Take Profit Trader, and overall this year, this year almost 50% of my payouts from trading came from Take Profit Trader. And that's only because I shifted my focus this year a lot towards Take Profit Trader. But now it's changing because I'm shifting my focus back more onto MyFundedFutures. And that is only because I'm not copy trading. Also, I was taking payouts from Funded Futures Network, Apex, Bulenox as well. But if you're not copy trading, obviously you do need to focus or shift your focus in between these prop firms. And now, obviously, one of my biggest goal is to make bigger payouts, but that's only possible on the expert accounts. I needed to say all this story just for you guys to see the bigger context of what I'm trying to do here. So definitely prioritizing now MyFundedFutures as well, but also going to stay and focus on Take Profit Trader. Guys, I'm building up new accounts right now with TRADEDAY, Funded Futures Network. I'm putting in a lot of effort to Funded Futures Network in the background, but I have to take it super slow with Funded Futures Network. I gotta take it very carefully because I don't want to mess it up. When I was on the winning streak on Funded Futures Network, with one single account, one single 50K account, you can check it on my Twitter last month, I took out $5,400 net profit. After profit split, one single 50K account, and it was under 30 days. 30 days, guys. Funded Futures Network, under 30 days, one single 50K account, I took out $5,400 net profit. Now, I think that was my best run ever in my trading career on one single account. And it's not because Funded Futures I like that more, or I like the other prop firm more. I don't know. I need to look back and see what I did the best on that specific account. But $5,400 in 5 payouts from one single account is my best ever account that I have managed as a funded account. So you see, there's different things happening, and it's just hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but anyway. What is NQ's target? 180? Well, if I look to the left, we could be going for relative equal highs there. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it was going nuts during that crash. Yeah, you've been on off trading, Reza. All right. Good morning, Itwip. Yeah, TradingView gets a lot of use to. Yeah. Olu, 161. Let's go. Getting this 90% share payout hurts a bit. Well, you have to get used to it. What was the trigger to make you consistent since last July? The biggest trigger was sizing down to micros and also waiting for the trade to come in my way. So using the targets. Now, the aha moment, which took me like for weeks to settle down in my brain during the summertime, when I realized, you know, I need to have a strong target. So my strongest target would be the order blocks or supply and demand zones. You know, the one thing that kept me back is that, okay, but that's not ICT concepts. ICT is always saying supply and demand is horseshit. And I was like, yeah, but what if I would try it? Because when I started trading, I subscribed to a mentorship, and it was all about supply and demand. And I was always keep hearing that guy's voice, like he was really murdering the market. In his own words, he was murdering the market with supply and demand zones. And I did remember that, man, these zones are actually attracting price, pretty much. And so he always told me, whatever you do, keep in mind that the market is always going to respect and revisit these levels one way or the other. So I said, okay, so why not use these as targets? And so I started to use them as targets. I sized down, and when the market wasn't going into the way of the order block or supply or demand zone, I was just waiting. And that helped me to be more disciplined. And that was the thing that triggered my shift, I would say so. Obviously, the emotional shift also kind of happened, but it wasn't happening overnight. It took months to get over that emotional shift. Like, I had to accept the fact that no matter what I do, even while getting payouts, I'm still going to blow up funded accounts. I just had to accept the fact. And I'm still accepting the fact that no matter what funded accounts do I have right now, most likely I'm going to blow up some more funded accounts. And I think this is something for new traders that is a must to accept. You're new in trading, you think that one single funded account is going to change your life is a very bad expectations. I think we should talk about this today on MyFunded TV. And as soon as I accepted that I'm in the prop firm business, obviously the goal is to be a trader, but because I'm in the prop firm space, I need to accept the fact that it's inevitable to blow up some accounts along the way, but I need to do my best to build up those accounts. And so I accepted that, and when I accepted that, even when I had a losing day, it was easier to move on. You know, obviously try not to blow up the account, but it was easier to accept the fact that, okay, now I have a losing day on that particular account. It is what it is. Let's move on to the next one the next day, you know, and that's it. And it made it easier. Yeah, even paper trading is slips. Yeah. What's the benefit? Well, no consistency, no scaling rule, no daily loss limit, and you can pretty much do whatever you want, basically. So that's the best thing, except news trading, of course. So, do you take the profit you made on sim funded with you to live, or do you have to pay it all? No, you take the profit to a live account, Jan. Ricky Martin Trader. I'm sorry. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Ricky Martin Trader. Your name hits me something like that. RKYMTNTRDR. That's Ricky Martin Trader. What's up? Thank you so much for joining us, by the way. Good to see you. And welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. Let's look at gold. Gold is now at the 5-minute order block right now. Good morning, Martin. Reza, thank you so much. Thank you, man. I appreciate Reza. Guys, if you're new, Reza Banks is also printing money. He lives in Dubai, and you know, at the highest tower, what's it called? The Taj Khalifa, or I don't know if I said the name correctly. He has a penthouse up there and like 3 or 4 Lambos in the garage. And so that's just his you know, routine. Printing money all day. This is a trade with size. I got 3 ticks before I'm out. Yeah, you gotta be careful and proper stop loss. Yeah. There's another CB higher. Oh yeah, there could be. Yeah, there's a small one up there at 158. Could be looking for that. U.S. Senate passes Trump back bill, cutting for Region 8 public. Well, I guess they've seen it already, yeah. You're fine blowing up account. Yeah. Well, you have to do the numbers, Jan. So, obviously, because we are in the prop firm business, you also, I mean, you need to write that down or have an Excel sheet or Google sheet. You know, what were your expenses, how much you spent on accounts, and what was so far your income. Obviously, if you haven't made it to your first payouts yet, that's normal. Don't worry about that. But you got to keep on track, you know, and most likely, and I hope most of you guys has it the way like this, if you need to have some other source of incomes, maybe a side business, side hustle, whatever kind of thing is that, but some other source of income while you reach for those first payouts. because then it would make more sense to write down how much you're spending on your business. And this is crucial. Trading with prop firms, you need to treat that as a business, even if you're not having a company or you're not like a registered entrepreneur or entrepreneur. You need to treat that as a business. What was your expenses this month? How much money you made on your job or whatever side hustle you're doing? So what's your income? What's your expense? Or if maybe you sell something and you decided, okay, I sold like this and this and this and made this amount of money from this. I'm going to put this amount of money into evaluation accounts and have these and this expectations by the next month. You got to come up with a business plan and just write it down to a piece of paper or to a notebook. Now this is crucial because many of us, including myself at the beginning, I just take my debit card and I'm throwing money into the market because let's just buy another eval, let's just buy another reset. And you know, by the time I look back after 3 weeks, I'm just gonna see like, oh my god, I've spent this kind of money. I mean, that's crazy. So you gotta do some basic accounting stuff, even just on your notepad, and just gotta treat that as a business. I'm sorry I got carried away with this, but I think it's also very crucial. So it helped me actually. I was writing down, guys. I'm gonna actually find it. I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat right now, but I have. Okay, guys, look at this. You guys don't see it. You guys don't see it, and this was from the old days. This is live proof here on the stream. How should I put this? Only cam. Is there only cam? Okay, there's an only cam. These things are from my old notebook. Look at that. This says Bulenox I paid 121. MyFundedFutures 120. Apex 121. Eliminating fear. This is from 3 years ago. Apex 121. 362. Bulenox 28. MyFunded. I don't even know. So this is the way I was doing my doing my things, like how much I've spent on Apex, Bulenox, and I think I have something else here. I know it's just a scratch, but look at that. Activation fees. I write down everything here, or I don't even know what this is, but BL is Bulenox, MF is MyFundedFutures, Apex 1, Apex 2. These are all basically, you know, so I was writing down everything, and it actually helped. It actually helped. It did. Let's go back. All right. It actually helped a lot. Thank you, Future Scalper. Mohammed, hey there. Exactly. That's the way it is. Very similar story. The switch to micro. Exactly, Ricky Martin. Exactly. That definitely helped me to make the switch. I'm working full-time home office, but best life. Exactly. Home office is awesome. The only thing I need to do is go out and go to the gym because I'm sitting too much here. You blow through 3K before. It happens. Nothing wrong with that. You just, you know, have to hold yourself accountable, like literally like on paper, and you need to see like where this goes. Even if you see a progress, I know it sounds stupid, but you know, it's really crucial. We're not entering a trade here anyway because it's not doing anything. So I need to say this because it just hit me, and I'm sorry guys, I need to say this, but it has to come out from my head. Even if you're not reaching any payout, for example, or it's very hard to get that first single payout, you can still make some progress. You know how? By trying to reduce of how much money you're paying on evaluation accounts or resets or whatever. Like you spent, that's why it's important to write it down. Like you spent this and this amount of money on resets or evaluation accounts, and you just know that, okay, last month I spent like $2,000 or $3,000, just saying, or $1,000 or $500. Now next month my goal is to reduce that number to like $400 or $300, and trying to keep the account for a longer time. Yeah. There you go, Jan. Exactly. Miracle, good morning. Exactly, Zacromancer. Exactly, exactly. Then you, that's an excellent job. Scale up to 8 minis, but like 8 months. There you go. Yeah, yeah. And there you go, Vibes. You would have lost 63K. Oh my gosh, don't even mention. That's how I lost all my money. Boo Banana, hello. Income, outcome, yeah. I think you might need to turn on the data, John. I think if you go to the dashboard, there is a section somewhere where you can turn on the data feed for gold. It has to be there somewhere. I'm gonna look at it, and just I have to scroll through the chat. But John, there is a button somewhere on the dashboard or on the stats page. Maybe it's on the dashboard, and you can turn on the data for COMEX or something like that. Exactly. Traders can also click likes. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. You're in a gold trade. Alpha Future is good firm. You should check. Oh, I see. I heard about them. I haven't checked them. There's so many prop firms on the plate right now. So many. John, let me check it for you. Just a minute. Dashboard billing, view data. Oh, thank you, Jan. Go to dashboard, go to billing, view data, sub. That's awesome. Funded Futures Network promo is ending. And by the way, thanks for bringing that up, Tony. If you guys go to my community posts here on YouTube, you can read everything. It's until July 25th. So buy one, get one for free is back at Funded Futures Network. 50% off, no activation fee, and you're gonna get another free account. And these are the steps how you can get the free account. So basically, for $75, you're gonna get two, not just one, two 50K accounts with no activation fee, right? Code TomSabo ends July 25th. So that's the way it goes. You can read all the details on my post page, and that's everything there. Parminder, hello. How much are the resets? I think the reset, oh man, I think it's like also $75. Like you have to pay the full price, but there's a trick for it, Ollie. If you buy more accounts, even after you blow up your free account, if you cancel the subscription, but be careful because that's going to cancel the main subscription as well. So if you blow up those accounts, even after the promo, you can go for free accounts. So you can get a free account even after when the promo ends. Once you send the receipt to support at Funded Futures Network, they're gonna give you a free account still. Yesterday they were having a 50 or 60% discount on resets, but all I can tell you, Ollie, is that usually every month they having some period of time when they give you 50% reset. So I knew I had a reset for $50, I think. Yeah, it was $50 and maybe 60, something like that. Gold is looking nice. Yeah, look at gold. What a bounce here. And you know what? Since it didn't go down to that 15-minute zone, I would be careful with the long positions. Love to see you over at Best F Intraday Accounts. Send. Theo will like the competition. You just try to stick around. Exactly. Apex Wealth Charts is a 90% discount. I haven't tried Wealth Charts yet. All I heard is that it's bad. I never ever tried Wealth Charts. The only thing I've heard from people that it's bad, but I don't know why it's bad. That's all I know. Yeah. Thank you, Dexter. So they used to run 40-60% discounts. Like when the BOGO sale ends, usually that's where the reset discounts are coming in. So you got to keep an eye out. But there's always some reset promos. Not every day, of course, but and as I said, if you stack up multiple accounts during the BOGO sale, and by some unfortunate reason you would blow up the evaluation accounts, even the free one, you can ask for another free account even after the BOGO sale. But for that, the previous account's subscriptions needs to be canceled. So you can always have one active free subscription. But for example, if you buy like 5 accounts during the BOGO sale, even from 2 months from now or 3 months from now, or when, for example, you pass the evaluation phase, you can just activate another batch of free accounts or free account. So it's always be there. You just have to send a receipt in email, and they're gonna send you a free account because you bought it during the BOGO sale. So you can stack up some extra free accounts. Futures funded network is Rhythmic. Yeah, it's Rhythmic. It's Rhythmic, I think. Yeah, funded futures network is Rhythmic. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's horrible. Yeah, exactly. Since yeah, ask away, best DJ in town. Yeah, they are running the BOGO sale. It seems like it's very popular. But one thing's for sure, obviously, it's a little bit harder to get to the funded stage because there is some consistency rule, and of course, it takes like a little bit more time. Minimum trading days is like 5, I think, on the evaluation account. So you got to take a step by step. On a 25K after you make 1500 buffer, you need another 500 for first payout, correct? In order to withdraw minimum 500. And the 1500 stays. Exactly, something like that. Best DJ in town. So I'm using the 50K accounts, and so right now, where is it? So I'm gonna buy new evals too, actually, because this is a funded account, but still not at the buffer. So I'm getting closer to the buffer here as well. I'm getting closer. Once you reach the buffer, you're going to receive your third account at Funded Futures Network, which is going to be a static account with $52,000. But the minimum payout, I think, is $500. But the payout is you can ask a payout anytime. Anytime. The only criteria for the payout is 40% consistency rule. So if you calculate with 40% consistency rule, that gives you payout every 3rd day. So you can request a payout the nearest on every 3rd day. And the dashboard, and that's the only dashboard I know so far, Funded Futures Network dashboard is updating in 2 minutes. So if you close down the trade, the dashboard is updating. And guess what? You don't have to wait until the next day to request the payout. Once the dashboard is updated, you can request the payout on the same day when you're eligible for a payout. So that cuts down the payout time a little bit. So that's a good thing. Also, it's intraday trailing, but there's a huge thing there. Intraday trailing, but it's not trailing your open positions at Funded Futures Network. It only trails once you close down your position. So if you're swimming in $1,000 of profit, but it goes back against you and you just close it down in like $200 or $300, you don't have to worry about all that buffer, you know, going away like at Apex or Bulenox. It's only going to register your closed positions at Funded Futures Network. Just saying. I think it's definitely better than having a pure intraday trailing, which is registering your high watermark on your open positions, right? When we pass the Bulenox account and we have to pay for activation, do we have to pay again? What? Again from our pocket? Yeah, I mean, you have to pay for activation fee from your pocket from a new debit card purchase. Yes, the activation fee is $148 on the 50K accounts. So obviously Bulenox upfront cost is the cheapest right now, because you can get into Bulenox today, and tomorrow is the last day for like $15 or $16, which is super cheap. But don't forget it, if you pass the account, $148 to activate it. Okay, let's keep that in mind. So the true cost of funding, and I'm always saying MyFundedFutures is the best, and they still are the best in my opinion, and Take Profit Trader. These two are my absolute favorite. But right now with the BOGO sale, the true cost of funding for one 50K account is the cheapest one in the whole prop firm industry. If you pass both of your accounts, then $37.50 you have a funded account with Funded Futures Network. So no activation. The true cost of funding. Bro, I'm lost. I think day traders is 85% off, maybe. I don't know. I mean, sorry, I might have to update my day traders is like the evaluation account, but there's still an activation fee. I'll trade to MyFundedFutures trader funding. Yeah, day traders is good, but I gotta keep up with the promos. Exactly, that's why they are running the cheap promo, because it's cheap to get on the boat, but once you have to activate, that's when you have to pay the money, you know. Consistency is harder on evals because you exactly vibes, you just nailed it. That's why they have the numbers, they see the numbers, they have the recipe, and obviously it's all in your head. By the way, I'm not rushing those accounts. That's why I'm saying building up my Funded Futures Network accounts and also the trade day accounts, I don't mind taking it slow. So I'm taking it slow, step by step. When I get there, I get there. Bogo, if you trade the accounts one at a time, try to pass the free one first. Yes, exactly. Because when the other one renews, the free one does not. Yes, exactly. Oh my God, that's very important. Try to focus on the free account more to pass it, because it's not going to renew. Oh my God, I totally forgot that, because that's a free account. Well, I mean, you have to attach it to your debit card with $0. I'm gonna ask details about this from support. Mike Schwartz, nice. Is he gonna be on MyFunded TV? Nice, cool. We're gonna check him out. I think I requested 7 payouts in a day. Wow. What time if you make more than $3,000 on 50K account? For the third, will be credit back? No, I mean, there's the consistency rule. So if you make $3,000, I mean, you have to see what's your biggest day. Your biggest day cannot be bigger than, I think, 40% of your total profits. So I'm not sure. I mean, if you get to, oh yeah, so you get to $53,000, will be credited back to 3,000. I don't understand, but if you're referring that you're making extra $1,000 above your 52,000, then obviously you can take out that $1,000 with an 80% profit split. I mean, the drawdown method is good. Yes, best DJ in town. Gabor, good morning. No entry on gold. Sorry, I'm actually still waiting on. We had the London Open. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I just missed my entry here. No, maybe not, but maybe not. But there's a good target to go short. Maybe with the limit order. I was talking too much. I'm sorry. There's an order block here that it might want to go down to. You asked them. All right. Caden, hello. Good morning. Squirrely McBurley, hello. Total economic collapse. Oh my gosh. Let's hope it's not the case. So the level that I'm looking for, and look at that. Should we enter 28, 30? I might gonna be super aggressive and enter to a long position. Sorry, not long, short position. But I think I just missed my entry. Well, there was no entry at all on the 1 minute for me. Maybe here, but that was maybe a little bit. Man, I need to focus on the chart because I'm missing my entries. I think there's going to be an entry on gold as well. Let me see. Let me focus on the chart real quick. Does Funded Futures have Project X? I don't know, Skumar. I think only Rhythmic for now. The paid one renews. The free one does not get a free reset. So technically, oh, okay. Thank you, best DJ in town. Nice. Thank you. I was looking for a short, but it hasn't went back up there into this fair value gap for now. So gotta be careful with the upside here. Yeah. Looks good for a possible short, but gotta wait. Keeps watching videos on Hungary. I think you're like, nice. You're always welcome, you know, to come back to Hungary. She has never been there. Okay, then you gotta show her around. Yeah, we gotta pay attention here. Fake NQ short. Do you think it's a fake short? I'm also watching gold, and guess what? I might gonna be watching gold for a possible short now to go down into that zone. Bit of a hard decision to make here. What should I do? What should I do? Should I just enter with like 3 micros here? 27. I'm putting a sell limit at 127 just in case if it would wick higher. I don't think it would. It seems very heavy here, so I put on a sell limit at 127. And we'll see what it does. It's very risky because we have equal highs up there. So even if I'm gonna get tagged with this, It's gonna get ugly very fast if it goes wrong. Yeah, Ashley, yeah, it's hard area. No real structure. And I'm still kind of watching gold. Look at how crazy gold is. This is a very risky trade. If you guys are entering with me for this one, get prepared to get wrecked, because I think this is a very scary area, especially with these highs up here. I don't really like it. It's just scary. I still have my limit entry at 27. You got exactly. You gotta trade like water. Peach play. Short at 51. Down at 705. Reza has a sell limit at 29. That's also a good entry. Let's see if it goes. The more it's doing this accumulation, the less I like the idea. You know, it's just accumulating, and then pops higher. Yeah, it takes my order, but then it's just gonna take out my stop. Currently, at this moment, it feels heavy, like it wants to waterfall down. But super awkward. Well, 24-hour trader, but I'm trying to reduce my time at the screen. But yeah, I'm here in the London session, New York session as well. From London, usually 2 a.m. until like between 4 to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard, and also trade around 9:30 to 11. And then nowadays I'm at MyFunded TV as well. So I like to stream as well, build up the community, and I enjoy this. Long on gold. Careful with the longs. What's the bigger time frame show? Oh, there's a gap here. Okay. Might gonna spike up to 43 on gold. Okay, my limit order is still there at 127. It's an aggressive entry that I have. I know. Careful there. Careful. Yeah, Rudy J. I waited for this trade and I had sell limit at 41. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm scared a little bit now. I'm scared. But I'm gonna cut it real fast. If it goes higher than this 143, I'm just gonna cut it, because then I think it just might wants to go higher, maybe 144. Move slow. Oh well, London tends to move slow. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Still not in the trade. Still just waiting. Didn't run on left shoulder yet. Depends on where you look at it. There's a smaller one here, but obviously it's an ugly one. But there was a structure shift here and multiple areas on the 1 minute. Obviously, the 1 minute is super dangerous, especially in London. So, moving your stop at 32. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Gotta have a good plan. Look at this. Gold is now trying to move lower. I'm tempted to jump into a short on gold, but it would mostly be based on... I think I'm gonna have to dedicate this trade for my indicators. But my limit order is still there at 27, but I'm gonna watch gold. Smaller one only gets us to the next fair value gap. We need to do big breaker structure. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. If I enter here, I'm gonna do it with 3 micros. I mean, the limit order is with 3 micros only, so just a small position. But I'm copy trading. My take profit is anywhere above above 88. Most likely, my TP is gonna be at 89 or 90. 90 is a good TP level. Actually, my stop can be a little bit higher, so my take profit should be at 90. My limit order is still there. Still there. There you go. Boom. It just got filled. It's too late now to back off from this. We are in this together. I mean, at least me. So for the stream, I took this. And now there's no way out. My take profit is going to be 90.25. And that is it. All right. That is it. It was a very aggressive entry. And it's a high risk trade. Very high risk. I mean, low probability, I would say. So the risk is not high. Low probability, I would say. Stop is 146.25. TP is at 25. So this is exactly my trade. Be careful because this is a dangerous one. Okay, target is based on the 5-minute chart and the fact that we are in premium, and there are some good levels down there still. So I would say low-hanging fruit would be targeting this order block or demand zone down there. Actually, I'm gonna highlight this if I can. I'm gonna highlight this level here. It's a pain in the butt, you know, because it's not that optimal, but 15-minute demand zone. All right. There. So that's the target. Let's see. Hold on, quick phone call. All right, let's see how it goes. Now I am copy trading this. No, not this. Positions on my Buley account. So let's see how it goes. Bit of an aggressive entry. I'm still not satisfied with the outcome. Actually, I'm thinking to maybe close some of this, but we'll see. Maybe I should. You know what? It's London. I am going to. I'm selling 2 micros here. So I sold 2 micros. All right. I sold 2 micros. I have to modify the. I have to modify the TP. I'm just scared from this position. It's not really something I'm looking for, and so I'm just locking this in. But you know, I just get cold feet. But actually, I closed down almost $100 on each of these accounts, so that's almost $300, and I still have a runner to go down to 90. So I'm okay with this. I'm all right. I'm perfectly fine, and it's a free trade now, so who cares? If it can go all the way down, I'm okay. Few $100 with copy trading if it goes down, but it's a small trade. Okay. Let's see if it wants to go down to that level. Let's hold on. Okay. I gotta check if all the orders are fine. And the copy trader, I have to double check this. But yeah, it will be good. No, this is the built-in copy trader of Quant Hour. This is built-in copy trader. And this is funded accounts. So all these accounts are funded accounts. So I just made $300 on the funded accounts, which is cool. I'm okay with that because, and that's why I was copy trading this, because the risk was so small. So, and I was scared. If it goes down to my TP, that's awesome. If not, no problem. I still locked in almost $300 with like a very small risk trade. So if there is a low probability setup, that's why I'm saying the thing you can do is size down your position as much as possible. Worst case scenario, this position just goes to break even, and it is what it is, you know. But I still made somewhat good profit in a London session. So let's see how the order block is going to prevail. But we'll see. Let me read the chat. Inverse for now, yeah. It was a good one for now. Let's see if it goes to TP. If there is risk, then there is profit, yeah. Okay, so I don't like this area, this consolidation. I was hoping for a quicker move down to the 90s. Yeah, so I saw, if you see, especially in a London session, a strong move like this, and it's just getting closer to your TP and it starts to hesitate, I just take some profit off, you know, just to make sure, because I don't like this hesitation here. It might just wants to go back up there and squeeze all the shorts. So I don't mind being taken out with the rest of the position. Thank you, Blake Raider in London. I'm not sure, Fizzlit. I'm not really sure about that. I know, but I think these rallies and you know, this power of three thing, this is always changing. You never know when you have that move in London or it's gonna happen in New York. Thank you, Mohammed. Well, I cannot really get a better entry on this. Yeah, that's true. $15-minute breaker at 15-minute BC. Let's see. Oh, I'm out of coffee. Funded Futures net 50k account. Why I can trade to on the standard. Oh yeah, because that's all you can trade. 2 mini or 20 micros on Funded Futures network. Sorry, on the 50k account, that's the maximum you can trade. 2 mini or 20 micros, but I think that's more than enough, by the way, because I usually, like, I'm not really going over than 1 mini or 10 micros, maybe 15 micros sometimes, but that's the maximum that they allow. They allow more once you make more profits on the funded account. Support told me that it's negotiable, that if you build up more buffer, they will let you trade more, but they don't really want to let you trade 5 minis or 50 micros or that much. But since I never really go above, maximum would be 2 for me anyway. So, but actually, that's a good question. Amado, good morning. Maybe I didn't see that, Amado. I'm gonna check it. Bulenox website is down. Let me check it. Bewley. Oh yeah, the website is down. Well, it happened before, especially in London session. Hopefully by New York business hours they're gonna restore it, but it happened earlier in I mean, not earlier, but in the past couple of months. Sometimes, but usually it's getting restored by New York session. Well, it is what it is. Hopefully they will get this one sorted out. Down for maintenance. Yeah, they do maintenance usually in London session. I know that, for example, for a full weekend, the Bulenox account, Bulenox website was down. So it happens. Yeah, I'm trying to show more PNLs because I got a few messages over the past few weeks. Maybe, I don't know, because I don't know why. I'm not gonna say who or why or whatever. I just got a few messages on Twitter and email that bro, you should be showing how much accounts you trade or how much profit you are swimming in the position, because that would be more transparent, and you know what, that's true. So I'll try to show it. No promises though. Oh, I missed my gold entry. I missed my gold entry. It's too late. Look at my indicator. Oh, I missed my gold trade. Beautiful short here. It's too late to enter now. Here was the short entry. Gold is just gonna go down now. Man, I missed it. Anyway, it's too late. Too late to enter the gold now. I feel some FOMO. I wanted to test that trade, if it works out or not. Gold is just gonna go. Oh yeah, it already went down. Okay. It already went down to the order block on the 15-minute. Well, what can we do, right? And this trade is not looking so good right now. That was a nice trade, man. Some FOMO is kicking in. Too late. Too late for the gold trade. I was waiting for that gold trade, and that's why it's sometimes hard to keep the focus. You know. Yeah, or they are sleeping, or their technician is doing something on their website. So because they think it's still nighttime, but they don't think that we are trading the London session. But anyway, well, as long as the servers are still working, the rhythmic connection is still on. That's good, but you know, cut the short, get out. I already made partials, so I took partials here. I'm okay. I just left the runner. I'm okay with the trade. I'm actually feeling some FOMO about the gold trade. I wanted to enter so much to that short, but it's too late now. Good morning, Andre. Sure. Is your indicator free? It's free. No, I didn't code it. I don't know anything about coding. A friend of mine actually modified some custom indicators and coded it to MetaTrader 5. And that is it. It's basically exponential moving averages. That is it. With the combination of fractals and what's there? And the zigzag indicator too. Doing good. Yeah, feeling good. Took some partials on this trade, so it's fun. It's good. Gotta get taken out, it seems like. And gold is just going lower. So that's it for this trade. It seems like taking the partial down here was a good idea. Yeah, it's just gonna go up there. Too late for this. All right. Out from this trade, but still made some profits. Almost 300 nailed on the 3 accounts, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, I made $290 on these 3 funded accounts together. But it is what it is. What can we do, right? And gold is just going down. Man, the FOMO is really, really real. Oh man. Oh man, that gold trade. Huh. Yeah. I'm out too. Look at this. I think it might just go lower. I feel like gold wants to go lower maybe. Up again. Okay, not much else. Actually, if I would have put it, I wouldn't have put it to break even. I told you guys the market makers are always watching the London stream, so they wanted me out from the position, and so, you know, taking that as a fact, we have a high chance that after hitting my stop loss at break even is just gonna go down to the demand zone. That is actually going to prove that the matrix is real and the market makers are watching the stream at this hour. So dun, 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 dun. Exactly. Break-even stops are messing with the head all the time. So it's really something I never liked. I never ever liked the break-even trades. I'm just absolutely not a fan of it. I did a lot of backtesting, a lot, and I achieved much better results when I was not break-evening my positions and not taking partials. So just purely going for the full stop or the full profit, and that's it. But man, the gold trade is really giving me a huge FOMO. Huge FOMO. My entry would have been here on this candle, like 48, almost 50 ticks, and look at that. I missed it. Look at that. I told you. I told you. This is real. Market makers watching the stream, taking me out from my, with a break even, and now we're going back down to the demand zone. This is, this is. I'm not even gonna say anything. No, don't worry. I'm not jumping back in. It's the market. They are watching the stream. They are doing it. That's the only explanation. Or somebody at the matrix who is coding the daily sequence, or I don't know, somebody is having fun, because we all live in a simulation. We all know that this is a simulation. We all just prompts, this is a simulation, nothing is real, and somebody is really having fun up there, That's what's happening. So you made 220 points on 30 minutes. What? Wow, that's nice. Let's go, Jay. 800 way every paycheck, and he always asks me how much I made because the market makers, the market just takes money. Yeah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, Bulenox, but it happened before. Don't worry, Paul. It happened before. Last time it was down for the whole weekend. And it happened before in the London session, even in the New York session once. But hopefully they're just doing some maintenance, or hackers are attacking the website. I don't know. This was a structured trade, but I'm not jumping in again. See you in New York session, Mohammed. Took another cheeky sell. All right. Careful. I mean, we do have that demand zone down there, but it could be a tricky one. It might gonna be pushing higher. Yeah, so maybe we just have to wait until New York session, until Bulenox website is gonna be recovered. But it happened before. I'm not saying too many times, but at least 2 or 3 times it happened in the past couple of months. I don't know, Caden, to put buy limits at those zones, because I never backtested it that much. But I do see many times that price goes down to the demand zone or up to a supply zone, and it has a strong bounce. So it tends to do that because definitely that's an order block. So orders could be still resting there. That's why the market wants to sweep that level. So, but how many times does it bounces or getting rejected on a supply zone? I haven't backtested it. That's why I keep saying that backtesting is very important. Collect your data, see how the market behaves at these levels, and you can build a strategy around it. But I haven't really traded that kind of approach. So, but you can always backtest. My goal is to get 11 Bulenox funded. Nice. Yeah, you can get up to 11, yes, with Bulenox. I didn't get paid like... It's like, told you, scam when I make money. He's like, can I have some? Well, I know that can be happening. By the way, I think I got rebuilt by Bulenox during Asia session, so I might have some fresh evaluation accounts. I gotta check that. Oh, maybe it's not the market makers. Funded Futures Network is paying. Now this is quite interesting. They are paying with the bank account, so with pure bank transfer. That's how they pay. Regular bank transaction. That's how they pay. Whoa, what is happening? Whoa, the rebels. Okay, something is happening. My indicator is showing that NQ wants to pop higher, but it's a weak signal, so I'm not sure. My original stop was up there at 45-ish level. Oh, you can ask them. Oh, that's good to know. Thanks for the info. Best DJ in town. Mirovsky, hey. Oh, good to have you back on the stream. How's it going? How you doing, man? Always good to have you. All right, still eyeballing gold. Okay, nothing there. T-Pain jumped out. Yeah, be careful here. I got a long signal, but it's a weak signal because it's just a continuation on the indicator. The best signal was here during the Asia session, and this one is a weaker one because the moving averages already, you know, diverted pretty much, and this is a weaker signal. Low probability. Obviously it can still go, but it's low probability. So that's it. And as for gold, oh, not this. Where's gold? Here. The gold signal was here. That was the strong gold signal, especially on this candle. So this was the area to go short, and I missed it, and now it's too late. You know, this matters here, this distance, because you usually go with a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So stop loss here, it's already too late. It started to move. So this is the absolutely valid short signal here, but it's gone. It's going to go down. Tried to pass an eval yesterday. Nice. 199. That's actually, that was a strong area. Whoa. Ozzy Abe. Ozzy Abe. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome. Good to have you with us. So have you ever thought about only taking the entries you mentioned about Asia session only when trend lines are close to the wave up. Yeah, I thought about that. I'm always researching, so I'm always cooking something. Don't worry, Kwang. I'm always cooking something. I'm always looking for the next best thing. But obviously, until it's not happening, I'm sticking with the original setup I always chase. So I'm not modifying anything on my approach in trading. But obviously, I'm always curious. I'm always trying to gather more information from the markets. And so I never stop. Never, ever. Yeah. Trade day 50K. Let's go, Hawk. I'm doing 2 trade day accounts currently, but I'm going to buy more until we have the 40% no fee. I mean, no activation. So this trade day account is at 1011. This is at 900. This is Project X connection. So, but I'm going to buy more. I'll try to max out. Armon. Hey. Armon Grigorian. In the flesh, entered the building. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Let's push the likes. Everybody, please let me ask you a big favor. For the sake of YouTube and the channel, most likely for us, please push those likes. Let's show YouTube that this channel is a really good trading channel in the London stream. Let's grow the community. Let's push the stream. Let's show YouTube the algorithm that we are doing it. Smash the likes with a hammer if you must. Thank you so much. Let's push those likes. What happens to the starter account balance when you are being moved to live account? The balance should be moved to the live account, but I've heard that the minimum is you start with is $2,000, but I don't know what if you have more. So if you have $5,000, for example, on your starter account, best of my knowledge is that money is going to be moved to the live account, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm sorry not to have the accurate information about that. I know yesterday I just looked back the chat. You asked the same question, Surf Trader. And I feel a little bit embarrassed about this, but I'm not really quite sure about this information. I have to ask that. But I know that $2,000 is the minimum after a starter. Then you're moved to live with a 2K account. But what happens for the rest of the profits, I'm not sure. Is it going to get moved to a live account, or is it going to get paid out to you, or are you being forced to take out the rest of your profits? Man, I'm not sure about that, but I'm gonna definitely ask about it at MyFundedFutures. I'm sorry. I wish I could be at that level. Hopefully soon we will be there and we will know, but obviously we're gonna ask support. Itwip, I blew my funded accounts a couple of weeks, just past. Oh, nice. Let's go, Itwip. Congratulations. That's a good job. Technically, the trade that we took earlier is still valid. It would be still in the position. You know, it would be still on. So I still like, you know, feeling a bit of a FOMO. Gold has just slipped lower. Definitely hitting the FOMO there. Okay. 50K is 59 and no activation fee. Trade day is $59 on the 50K with no activation fee. That's true, Hawk. Exactly. That's a good price. But not as cheap as Funded Futures Network. $37.50 with no activation fee. Obviously, you have to pay $75, but you're going to receive 2 accounts. But yes, it's definitely a good price. $59. But that's the intraday trailing account, so don't forget that's an intraday trailing, which is no problem for me. Yeah, so that's $59 right now, Tony. $59 for a 50K account. No activation fee. $59. Best backtester software. I was using Forex tester. I was using TradingView. I was not backtesting like a trading simulation. I was just scrolling back the charts and I was kind of looking for pattern formations. And but I'm nowadays when I backtest, I just scroll back the charts on TradingView because I'm not entering into a simulated trade. I'm just looking for the candle formations, the way I note down those entries. Depending on intraday or end of day, yes. Hey, thank you, Gabor. Thank you so much for the support, Gabor. Requested my first payout from Apex. Let's go. Congratulations, Kwang. Yeah, I'm in Hungary. Hungary, almost the center of Europe. You know. Hey, Kwang, congratulations on being consistent and building it for 1 month. You know, that is an excellent job. Building your account for a month, your safety net. Now that is when the discipline shows real good. That's nice. Even better than just the, I mean, obviously money is always good, but that is excellent. Smash the like button or send me location and I smash. Exactly. Morning, Slimy. Good to see you. So best backtester Steam. Usually nowadays I just use TradingView and scroll back the charts. Jó napot kívánok! Ozebi, are you from Hungary or where are you from? What is the profit sharing on trade day? I think it's 80% profit split, Tony. 80%. I think it goes up to 90 after Sunday. I'm not sure, but it starts with 80. Max! My God. Thank you for joining the channel. Welcome to the stream. Max just entered the building, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, I'm still kind of expecting that it should go down. Oh my God, look at gold. And look at what the indicator showed us. Boom. Here was the entry. 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Like even if I take it aggressively. Boom. 1-to-1 risk to reward. Perfect. Textbook perfect entry. And I didn't take it. But who cares? It's too late now. Still listening. Yeah. Mostly YOLO evals. Yeah, it's an excellent job there, Kwang. Excellent job. Oh yeah, let's go back to NQ. You're from Denmark. Nice. Oh my God, Denmark. I never been to Denmark, but I saw videos, pictures, everything. Like, you guys have lots of lakes and water, right? I guess, I think. Anyway, I saw so many nice videos about, you know, nature and everything. Yeah. Oh my God, I would like to visit there, see all those. Oh, that's good. That's good. No problem. I'm just gonna if you understand the keywords like sell and buy, that's cool. Actually, I'm gonna take this off since I'm not in the trade anymore. Yeah, Budapest is nice, but as for living, I'm not sure if I would live at Budapest. You know, it's not really my type of environment to live in. But you know, waiting for the pre-market open here. Hopefully, it will show us the way. But as for now, there is not much to do. Passed another MyFundedFutures 50K. Danish Ahmed. I have to give you an applause, Danish Ahmed. Congratulations, man. Good job. Nice. I wanted to go short on gold. But I didn't. I missed my entry. I was talking too much. Yeah, this was the point where I should have taken the short, but I missed it. So I'm just now feeling the FOMO. So that's it. That's it, unfortunately. But I took a nice short here, took some partials. But man, with the gold short, this would have been an excellent London session. I mean, it still is. But anyway, let's just wait for the pre-market open. And you know, until we wait, there's only one thing we can do. Yes! You need the best discounts, right? Or you just need a better life. You just need to want, you know, maybe healthy food. Or maybe just go out partying. Whatever you do, there's one thing always you can do. Use the best prop firm code, which is Tom Sabo. It's not just giving you the best discount and the best deals, but the best pass-through rate on the evaluation accounts. Sponsored by Tom Sabo's YouTube stream. But yeah, if you would like to support the channel, use the code Tom Sabo for all these prop firms we're trading with, actively getting payouts. Supports the channel, supports the stream, keeps the show rolling, and keeps me full-time here. No, not really. I mean, thank you. Liking the 90s. Yeah. Yes, I make money. Exactly, Hawk. I make money from affiliate deals, and like usually a few dollars here and there. Like the payout structure from the affiliate payouts from these prop firms are usually the same. Like not too many differences. But I am definitely making money from being an affiliate for these prop firms. And without the affiliate money, I couldn't switch full-time here on YouTube last year. So actually in the first few months of being an affiliate, I made less money than what I made in my job, but at least I could focus here full time on YouTube and build up the community and start to make videos and everything. So, and it only because of you guys who are using the code, and thank you so much for everything. I cannot state that enough, and I will say it a million times more, that I'm grateful. So thank you. I don't have a Lambo and the McLaren and the rest of the stuff and the cars in the background, but it definitely keeps the show rolling, and it helps me to, you know, float on top and progress with the channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Forex Factory. Forex Factory is good for testing. I never heard about that. I stream every day. Yeah, Ozabe. Yes, yes. Thank you, Danish Ahmed. In fact, the 3 accounts I passed yesterday. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. I do appreciate it very much. There you go. Here's the confirmation. Anytime you use the code, it gives you a higher pass ratio. And the prop firms know that. So anytime a prop firm sees the code has been used, they immediately send the message to the center like, all right, everyone, there's a new user, just use the Tom Sabo code. So, you know, you got to help them. But it works. Thank you so much for the support. But I'm making more from, obviously, nowadays, I'm very grateful that I'm making more from trading payouts. But the affiliate money is definitely helping me to continue with my small company, helps to pay the tax and be here full time. And I'm planning some investment in the stream. So I'm planning to buy a new computer. I saved some money for the new computer. I'm planning to add some editing into the videos. I received a couple of emails from people who are volunteering for editing, and I do know it could be crucial. So I'm willing to invest. So I'm using mostly that money to reinvest into the stream. My computer is like an old one now, so I need to have a new one. And as I said, I want to invest to video editing for new content and stuff like that. So it's very useful to do this as a business, as an affiliate partner with these props. As I said, a few dollars here and there. Rohiet, Sio Shahai. Sorry, I might have said it wrong, but Rohiet, thank you so much for joining and subscribing to the channel. Welcome. Lazel, good morning. Oh, Forex Replay. I use that. Forex Replay. I use that. It's a good software, by the way. So, good to see you, Lazel. Let's make a... No need for that. I have... all I know, because I'm not a tech guy, but this computer has been built in 2018. So it's 7 years old now. And it has an Intel 8700, so 8700 CPU. So obviously nowadays they're putting these 15,000 CPUs, and I don't even know. Now mine has an 8700 CPU, and I started out with a GTX GPU, but it crashed a few years ago. So I bought a 2070 Ti GPU. And I have SSD and with like I think 2 terabytes. 2 terabytes SSD, 8700 CPU Intel, and a 2070 Ti, and 32 gigabytes RAM. That's all I know. Don't ask me what I think. I have an Aorus motherboard, but that's all I know. That is it. I don't know the rest. What kind of megahertz or frequency stuff, or I don't know the rest. But it still works good. So by the way, it does the job. But I like to play video games as well, and now I can feel like the games are still okay, but I'm getting lower and lower FPS on shooting games, and some softwares are running slower. I can see that by now. So everything is just updating, and my computer getting behind, getting slower. And when I'm trying to do video editing, you know, sometimes the computer gets slow. But obviously it would be better to upgrade, I think. I have, actually I have 3, but I'm using actively 2 monitors. I have a third one, which is actually now, I put it down next to my desk because it's off right now. But I have a laptop always charged and ready to go. If I have a power outage, I can close my position. So 2 monitors plus a laptop here, and but I have a third one, but I just didn't see the point to use it right now because I'm doing fine with these 2 screens. I'm trading on a laptop. Well, if you're trading on a laptop, if it can handle an extra monitor, that's always a good thing to have, right? I think. I mean, I think it's, yeah, obviously it's an awesome thing to have like 10 screens and build a space station or something, or the Starship Enterprise bridge or whatever. That's cool. But I'm feeling okay right now with the 2 screens, but I might gonna add more. I don't know. Maybe I should. I have to get another desk here. And maybe I'll have to redecorate the space, and so I need to do some modifications. Hey, Beanie Player, time to switch to AMD. Ah, nice. Oh, the ultra wide. I was thinking about that too, like to have that ultra wide screen. Maybe is that good for gaming too? Can I play nicely video games on that ultra wide screen? I'm using Streamlabs OBS. I was streaming on Twitch in 2018. Gaming. I was streaming PUBG, Counter-Strike, and GTA roleplay. So I was streaming when I had some free time on Twitch, and that's why I built this computer back then. Yeah, OBS, Streamlabs OBS, Pipdrunk. Not the regular OBS, but Streamlabs OBS. But I keep being told, I don't know about this, that Streamlabs and OBS is basically outdated. I need to use something. People are saying there are newer versions for streaming, easier things to handle with more functions, more features for streaming. I don't know. They say that OBS is basically a dinosaur software by now, like it's an old one. I don't know if I should switch to another streaming software. I do 3D modeling. Nice, Tudor. For a good PC, all that stuff, you need approximately 3K budget. I know, exactly, Tudor. Exactly. So here in my country as well, like they told me if I need a real good PC for all the old stuff that I want to do, like play good video games and also streaming video editing, I need to spend somewhere around 3K. Yeah. The more is better, but somewhere around 3K I will get the performance that I'm looking for. Fast and Furious, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Commodore 64 era. Some of you guys don't even know, but I had the cassette player on my Commodore 64. Again, let me say this again. I had the cassette player on my Commodore 64. I put in the cassette and I was waiting for like 5 minutes or 3 minutes for the game to load in from the cassette player. And that's the way we played games. Like when somebody was able to buy, because it was super expensive, a floppy disk drive. So when somebody had, I think one guy had a floppy disk drive for the Commodore 64. Everybody was praising that guy. Oh my God, you have a floppy disk drive. Oh my God. He's like God. He's having games on a floppy disk. And then when obviously everything started to evolve, and then came the smaller disk, like the 144-inch, right? I think that was the number, the smaller floppy disk for PCs. I had the 486 PC. You guys remember that 486? Something like that. The 486 PC. I was going in. I took the bus. I was still like 14 years old or something like that. 14 years old kid. I took the bus to the next town because that was a bigger town. I went with the bus and I bought a 144-inch floppy disk because I got a PC from my parents, a used one, and I went to a place and I paid money for a guy who copied video games to my 144-inch floppy disk, and then I went back with the bus home and I played the video game from the floppy disk. I mean, guys, a totally different era. Totally different era. Nowadays, I'm seeing videos like, nothing wrong with the youngsters there, but you know, I see videos that they are giving a cassette tape to a 16-year-old kid with the pencil. You know, cassette tape, pencil, and they're giving it to him like, okay, what's the common thing in these two things? Cassette, you know, and the pencil. And he's just, I don't know, you know. Man, oh my God. So many things happened. Oh my God. I'm old. 525. Yeah, the bigger one. The big ones. Oh, yeah. The 525. 2.5. 286. Jay, exactly. My God, the 286 PCs. Yes, we had that. I mean, not me, but a friend of mine had a 286. It has a black and white screen. It had a black and white screen, or it was green and black or something like that. We went there like we were like, oh my god, you have a 286. Wow, that is not a Commodore anymore. That's like, you know, that's America. That's the Western civilization. 286 PC. Oh my god. Actually, Commodore is still Western civilization. I know that, but you know, we were like, oh my god, that is technology. Okay, I got carried away. But there's no setup on NQ, so what do we do, right? Those who try to install Windows using Tamimi, I was installing Windows with floppy disks. True story. Swear to God, I was installing Windows from floppy disk. Just saying. Also, I was installing Windows 3.1 from a floppy disk. I was using DOS operating system to play Quake. You guys remember the game Quake? I was playing it on the DOS computer. No Windows, only DOS. I was playing GTA, the first GTA, simply on a DOS computer. Those were the days. You know, man. Okay, let's move on. 6686 IBM, nice. Yeah. Oh, 16 colors. I remember Ricky Martin, 16 color screen. Imagine, guys, now we're talking 4K, ultra LED, whatever. Back in the days when you had a 16 color screen, you were God, basically. Like, oh my god, you have a 16 color monitor. You are God. You know, basically. 16 color screen. Golden era. Yeah. Nintendo. Oh my god. Rambo. You guys played Contra? I played Contra on NES, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So I took the bus and you know, paid money for games on floppy disk. Exactly. You had to mark the floppy disk with numbers, like this is number 2 for Windows, whatever, you know. Night Striker. What you remember was not 144. Oh, 144 megabyte. You see, sorry, best DJ. That's how much that's how much I know about this. I'm sorry. 3.5 inch floppy. I'm sorry. Yes, 144. Yeah, 144 megabyte floppy disk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I used this too. But imagine I had Commodore 64 cassettes. That's how I was playing. Commodore 64 cassettes. Norton Commander. Oh my god, Tudor. Norton Commander. Oh yeah. And that's how I was actually starting up the game. I found the folder, you know, Norton Commander, and that's how. Oh man, good old days. Quake was running good on Windows XP, yeah. There you go, Greg. It was used, but man, those days. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Tudor. ARJ. We just called it Ari. I was asking like, do you guys have Ari? This was basically the unzipper. Or you guys were listening to Winamp. You know, Winamp. You guys remember Winamp? We're progressing in time now, you know, Winamp player. I am 41 years old, Slimy. 41. I know I look like 20, but I'm 41 years old. Yeah, born in 84. 6 discs to boot the computer. Yeah. Cassette and pencil or pen. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh man, I'm sorry if I got carried away with this, but it was a good nostalgia here. Thanks for sharing the vibes with me. Winamp, oh yeah. I know. I try to look young. I know. Genetics. Genetics. You know, if I would switch the screen to a big one, you would see my wrinkles all around. So that's why I'm gonna just shrink my camera screen in the future. I was Somaphore. Oh, I remember that. I think those things. I mean, I didn't use them obviously, but I remember there were those things. We are the same age, Norbert. That is awesome, man. So we know you know exactly everything from that era. Oh, yeah. ICQ, and also you guys remember IRC chat. So I was in high school in 1998. I started high school in 1998, and I remember we were using. There was a couple of computers that we were allowed to use after study hours, and we were chatting on IRC chat. Some of you guys might remember. There was no websites or anything like that where you can chat, but we went to IRC chat. I don't even know who I was chatting with. I was just saying, hello, who are you? I'm from here and there, blah, blah, blah. Is IRC still exist? I think it's still existing, right? Pentium, oh yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Isham. MIRC, yes. Famous. Yeah. MIRC. We called it Mirc. In Hungarian, it's simple, Mirc. Or IRC. Exactly, we are still young together. 8-track tape players, oh my god, yeah. One more thing, guys. I need to share one more thing, and for some of you, I'm sorry if you're in a nostalgic thing here. Back in the era in the 90s, when we were listening to cassette players, the only way here in Hungary, maybe not in the Western civilization, but here in Hungary in the 90s, you were able, the only way, so I was still in elementary school. I was like 14 years old, 13 years old. And I remember the way we were having music on our cassette tapes. Imagine how. We were listening to the radio at night because that's when the DJs started to play some songs, you know, some disco music like Scatman John, you know, Scatman or whatever, you know, those type of music like Bravo hits, like whatever. So they were starting to play all those Cotton Eye Joe and all the rest, you know. They started to play the music in the radio. So what I did, I started to record. So when the DJ said, okay, let's hear Cotton Eye Joe. All right. And I was like pressing the record button. So that's the way I recorded the music on a cassette tape. And when I had the cassette tape, I went into school, and the other guys in the school, they also said, hey, I got taped the Scatman song. I got the Scatman, John Scatman. And I said, oh, I got the Cotton Eye Joe. All right, let's share. So we traded. I gave the cassette. I received the other cassette. And, you know, we had the double deck or the double cassette player. So we just traded. We copied each other's music, and then we traded back. And that's how we actually collected music. That is how I actually built up my cassette tapes with music, by trading and collecting music from my other buddies from the school who were also recording from the radio. And we were just like, hey, do you got that song? No, but I have that song. All right, I'm going to give you my cassette here. I'm going to take yours. I'm going to copy it tonight. I'm going to bring it back tomorrow. And guess what? The other day, we brought it back and we traded back with each other. Now, that is really awesome. I mean, I nowadays, I know it's super simple. You hit Spotify, but man, that's how we traded music. By recording it, sometimes you could hear the DJ speaking a little bit in the song because that's how it worked. But still, that's how we traded music, or copied music, or recorded music, or whatever, you know. That's how we did back in the days. Recording songs from the radio. NQ is not making too much of a move yet, but man, I'm just feeling the FOMO now. Look at this. So if I would have stayed in the trade, this was my entry, this was my stop, and this is another prime example why I never like to move my stop to break even. Terrible, terrible. Nice. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, no remote. You had to walk to the television and change the channel. Yeah. Exactly, Tudor. One album for 2 weeks. You were listening it for non-stop. Exactly, Tudor. Oh my, Ron, look at this. It took me out break even. Yes, it went into drawdown, but eventually I think it's gonna hit the order block or demand zone. Guys, I hope now you see why I don't like to take break evens. This is exactly the reason why I'm not really liking the break-even trades. I would rather take the full stop than watching my original idea developing into the target. No, I'm not gonna buy. I'm not gonna buy. I'm not sure I'm not gonna do anything when it goes there. I mean, I'm sure I'm not gonna do no trade. Tamimi, all right. Oh man, I have stories of those. Life was simple, exactly. Launched by Israel company. Wow, Mirabills. Woo. ICQ. Wow. There's Skype. Wow, that's interesting. This is always happening to me when I move my stop to break even. Always. No exception. So I always keep getting the question like, Tom, why you don't put it to break even? You need to put it to break even. Quickly, put it to break even. This is my answer. Just look at this. This is why I'm not putting it to break even. And I just technically broke my... Yes, I made $300, which is cool. But this is... I could have made $600, by the way. Just saying. So... if I just go with my rules, I could have made even more on the gold trade if I don't miss it. But anyway, FOMO is real. Tom confesses me, you used keyword IDDQD. What? I don't understand. No. This should bounce. Where's the weave up? Ah, it's down there. Okay. I can't look at this, man. This is just frustrating. Oh, of course. That was the cheat code. Norbert, of course that was. Of course that was. Or God mode. God mode in Quake was actually just God mode, right? God mode on or something. Yeah, IDDQD. Of course, man, how I didn't remember that. That was the code, cheat code in Doom. Or Wolfenstein 3D, you know. Oh, Israeli company. PS1. That's cool too. Oh, man, okay, at least did Hungary have 69? The Commodore 69? Landlines. Like the reverse, when you can call back the caller. I think they had. Yeah. The star 69, you can call back the caller. Yeah. Callback people. Yeah, we had that. We had that. Star 69. Yes. We had that. Star 69. Yep. This was, I like this. This was quite nostalgic. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with me here on this one. And also, you know, worst case scenario, 90s were great. Also, look at this, man. It's just gonna go into the demand zone. Oh man, my final TP. Okay, that's it. That's my final TP right there. Boom, getting hit. And I was not in the trade. Was this the final TP? It was 90.50. But anyway, it got hit. All I needed to do, guys, is just sit on my hand and watch the trade develop. Instead, I got cold feet. I moved my stop to break even. Obviously, took some partials. That's good. Took it to break even, and boom, the market. Anyway, so I hope that the lesson has been showed in live market right now. Why I hate putting the trade on break even. I don't know why I did that, by the way. I still have to look back after this session, like why I did that. I don't understand. I had my perfect demand zone. Obviously, it worked out nicely, and I still put it to break even. Free calls on payphones. Wow, that's cool. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna bounce. Thank you so much for watching the stream. This was an awesome session. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for all the good talks about the memories and the good old years. So exactly, Pinon Mendez. So we're gonna learn from this, but we made some profit in the green, so I'm happy about that. But I should have let this trade to evolve completely. I missed the gold setup, but it was still good. And again, look at this. Like the zones are still working. Like even at least the moral victory we do have. Like it proves that watching these levels is crucial, I think, in trading. So thank you again for watching. I'll be back for the New York session. If you would like to support the channel, please help me to buy a new PC. no, don't worry. Just trolling. That really helps out the channel. Helps me rolling full time here. And thank you for all the support. Grateful for everybody. The code Tom Sabo works on all these prop firms. Go check it out. Use it. The best available discounts with every prop firm is there. Don't leave it at the prop firm. Yoshi's Gist TV. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. So thanks for the support. And oh, thank you, Itvip. Thank you. And I'll be back for New York Market Open and of course MyFunded TV today. All right. Cheers, everybody, and most likely God bless. God bless you all. I'll be back, New York. All right. Cheers.